saw his picture pop up there just a second ago. Is he ready?
He's ready. He thinks he's ready.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
There we go. There we go.
Woo! Wow.
The champ. Erik.
Woo! Thank you, Troy, for that amazing second introduction. Take 2, 3, 4. And we had a halftime show. Come on now. Where else can you get that? The way y'all was saying, where else do you want to get that? That was. Oh man, we are experienced. Now it matches my hat. You're right. Is that
Financial group?
Mm-hmm. All right. Some of y'all may say, Erik, why do you got this gear on? You can say it, Erik. Why you got this gear on?
Why you got this gear on?
Why you got this gear on?
Yeah. Why I got this gear on? Let me let y'all know. Might get a little hot up in here. Might get a little hot. I got smell good when this is y'all.
Is that new I Am CEO fragrance that you got?
We're gonna name it that. That looks so. I got this gear on because I wanted to help us as we go through this next movement. So first thing I want to announce, yes, we're going to stream it live. There will be tickets for the live streaming. It's going to be $30 because I don't want to discount somebody who's paid tickets to be there. So the live streaming, you can't make it. It's $30, but that's $15 a day for 2 days. High definition, high quality live streaming. So it's coming to you, high definition, high quality live streaming. I'll get the link up. So if you want to buy the tickets, so if you can't make it, you're going to want to be here. You're going to get this. Are y'all with me? So the Saturday, we got an event going on. We're shutting down the bowling alley. Get your bowling shoes ready. Get your networking on. Saturday, we're going to just network, fellowship. We got some light hors d'oeuvres. We're going to be Dave and Buster's. We got the lanes. I got to take care of it. Quick announcement too. The today and tomorrow, I'm probably going to cancel the office hours. I won't be in the office. You're welcome to come and connect. I just got to get things ready for the event. I got a lot of things I got to do and a lot of contracts I got to sign and money I got to spend to get ready for the event. So now that I just thought about live streaming, we just me and Dr. May decided we're going to live stream it last night. So I got to get hire somebody to get that ready for the live streaming because this is going to be the one that you want to make sure you're there. Are y'all with me? And you can't be there in person. You want to be there stream. Tell your teams, get a ticket, y'all. $30. Why don't we just do it for free? Why don't we just y'all, we got to get out of that one. Are y'all with me? We gotta change that mindset. I'm telling you. Anybody heard of saying you get what you pay for? Right? You know, it amazes me how even I want to just give y'all something on a way of thinking about this. One of my mentors told me this a long time ago. He said, Erik, and let me take it back. One of the ways I supported myself after college, not after graduation of college, just after I stopped going to college, was because there's a difference. I did graduate, but there was a period where I just stopped going, between stopped going and graduating. Now I know my kids are online, so I'm not trying to tell y'all. I think y'all may know, but there was a period in between. And one of the ways I supported myself, and I was selling things, right? I was like, I hustle, man, but you could say that. We would go to New York and get some lookalikes, right? And I don't know what the statute of limitation is, but there was things that may not have been like original, right? So I may have been non-original guy, knockoff guy, right? I think his time is expired now. Anyway, so and then we used to supply the other local vendors here who sold non-originals, knockoffs, fakes, fake this, fake Rolex, fake, you name it. I had it, right? I had a whole warehouse, trucks loads, thousands of dollars in spent. So that was one way I supported myself. But I went to this event one day and I was part of this team. And my coach, Barry Donaldson, was like, listen, I don't do fake anything. Back then he was selling CDs. He's like, some of y'all gonna get the CDs and y'all gonna try to duplicate them and everything. And we actually have a CD duplicator, so I can duplicate DVDs and CDs. And I was doing it just for my team. Like we made DVDs. We wasn't selling knockoffs. No, we wasn't selling knockoff Tawana. I didn't duplicate I didn't do that. I wasn't a piracy because I don't think but what I'm saying is I had a duplicator because like when back in the day to do the presentation, you actually have to have a duplicator, right? CD. They said when the DVD is spinning, the DVD is spinning, you're winning. That was the slogan. So I would duplicate my presentations or the presentation and then pass them on to the team so they would give them to DVDs to people. So that has nothing to do with what I'm going to say, the knockoff part. That was not knockoff. But he said, he was selling his DVDs. And he was like, I don't buy no fake stuff. I was like, damn. He said, one of y'all gonna buy my book, because he was selling it back in the day, they selling the tapes and CDs. He said, some of y'all gonna buy it, and then you're not gonna tell your team to buy it. You're gonna buy it and you're gonna duplicate it. You're gonna pass out my stuff to the team. He said, now, I'm giving y'all some of my years of experience. And I remember he said the statement, he said, some of y'all out there think y'all leaders and y'all think y'all doing something, and your team ain't no bigger than a classroom. He said, I built teams that can fill a whole college campus. And I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all the blueprint. And at that moment, I was like, dang, he's speaking to me. Like the whole room just went away. And he's speaking to me. Erik, you're a knockoff man. You're better than a knockoff guy. Stop being a knockoff. Buy the original. Now, mind you, at this time in my life, I was no longer the knockoff guy. I had made, I had a good 6-figure job, career, homes, cars. So at this stage when I moved in, I wasn't a knockoff guy. Y'all with me? I was now original, but my mindset hadn't changed until he said that. And I was like, dang, you know what? I got to stop buying the bootleg CD, DVD. I had some guy who, they come by the car dealership and sell the bootleg and stuff like that. I said, I'm gonna go pay $25. And that's funny. I just threw all those DVDs away. I had all original DVDs and everything. That's spent money for it and don't even got DVD player. I finally got rid of it. But I had to change my mindset. When he made that statement, I changed my mindset. Why am I saying that to you? Because it changed my life, making me say, hey, let me stop being a knockoff. And if I can't afford the original, that means I got to raise my game so I can afford the original. Are y'all with me? But more importantly, I got to teach my team to do the originals. So whenever it comes to a conference, I go to the original conference, right? I don't try to do the knockoff. I get the real deal. And I can teach everybody. I just came from Texas. I didn't buy a bootleg ticket to Texas, right? American Airlines don't have knockoffs. I had to get a real ticket. Now, there's a whole nother story about then. I remember one time there was a whole situation, another company, this guy had knockoff fake tickets. And I'll never forget, my wife was going to Texas with a conference. And this guy was selling knockoff tickets. And everybody got to the airport and found out it was a flight. It was like a layover flight. I didn't know the tickets were knockoff tickets. We had our whole team, about 20 people going. And one time I did not go, about 20 people was going to Texas. And they got to Atlanta to the stop, and they couldn't get on the next flight. They were saying these knockoff tickets. Like, they didn't get stuck in the home. They got to the middle, and they're like, nah, these tickets ain't real. And the tickets came from a company out of Canada. Oh, my goodness. Man, how ironic is that? So my point is, I started buying originals. Are y'all with me? So why am I telling you this? If you can't make it to the conference, get your team to come and pay, because some people are going to think $30 is going to, oh my goodness, you paying $30 for the ticket. No, y'all, the information is worth tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. You can next that. You can turn that $30 into $30,000 a month. I don't know if y'all get me. If somebody buy a $30 ticket, and some of y'all are coming. So the same thing comes with, should I travel? Should I come? Should I take off work? Should I get there? The information can change your life. See, I put this hat on because this is my cap. I got to tell y'all the real stuff today. I said, I'm coming to tell y'all the real things, not what you want me to say. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. So y'all are the originals. But here's the thing I found about originals. Sometimes the originals don't duplicate. Because your team will start telling you, well, I can't do this. And you start thinking, oh, yeah, I know. I'm sorry for you, Billy Bob. I got you. And what they need is somebody who told me, don't get the knockoff. Are y'all with me? They need us to tell them the truth because they're not going to elevate to the point they can afford what they want to do until they change their mind. See, Earth just said, unfortunately, I'm on the job. Man, I don't think it's not unfortunately. You are where you are, right? But here's the deal. Do we want to stay there? And then it's like, how bad do you want to get out of that situation? So far, I had three people who told me, so far, three people have told me the same situation. Their job is putting pressure on them in the last 30 days. I have had three different individuals. Man, Eric, I can't come on a call. My job's putting pressure on me. They say, and guess what? That's what the job is supposed to do. I was that boss, and I seen people who had the employment paper, and I'm like, you're fired. Well, what you doing? Don't come to in the dealership. I didn't even own the dealership. I was manager. Don't come in here looking for a job. Go look for a job on your own time. See, I've been that supervisor, so I know what it's like to put the pressure. Are y'all with me? I was the pressure guy. I was telling the gentleman yesterday, managing the dealership, I made the schedules. I scheduled myself 60 to 70 hours a week. There was no oversight. There was nobody, the owner wasn't going to say, Eric, you can do what you want to do, Eric. All I cared about at the end of the day, how many numbers did you get? I was scheduling myself those crazy hours because I was conditioned and programmed. Are y'all with me? So I understand the job putting pressure on you. My question is, are you putting pressure on yourself for your business? That's where you got to apply the pressure. See, and you have to teach other people to apply that pressure, y'all. If they don't apply the pressure, they're going to go ahead and find jobs, drive Uber. I've been there, been an Uber driver. I still got to stick on my window of my car. Why? To remind me, Eric, if you don't apply pressure here, you're going to find yourself driving for Uber again. If you don't apply pressure, see, somebody says, an employee's worst fear is losing their job. An entrepreneur's worst fear is having to get a job. See, my worst fear is I got to go back to work. You got to find money to support yourself. Are y'all with me? I don't care whether it's work, McDonald's, Burger King, big boys, hot shops, whatever it is, IT, whatever you got to do, you got to find ways to support yourself. But when you got an opportunity like this, do you do everything freaking possible to make it win? Now, here's where the big girl panties and big boy draws come on. Most people, I think everyone in this line, know what it takes to win. There's things you can tweak. You go to these conferences, it's a mental tweak. Usually what happens, it's not usually a strategy. It's usually a mindset. It's usually a tweak. Why you go to conference? Why you come to events? You're going to find a strategy that can take you from here to there. Another strategy can take you from here to there. But you can get all these strategies, and we do it every day. But you can get all these strategies, but if you haven't changed the mindset, the strategy doesn't mean anything. What are you saying, Eric? I remember my wife, Dr. Mary, wanted to start this garden, and she was doing everything. She went out and bought these seeds. She went out and bought the flowers. She got the dirt and all the stuff. Got the seeds and stuff. I looked in my garage the other day. I still see some seeds. The seeds still in the pack. Seeds in the pack, don't mind. She bought the seeds, but the seeds are still in the pack. Ain't nothing going to grow. The seeds ain't going to grow inside the pack. Are y'all with me? She got to go plant the seeds. Then once you plant the seeds, you got to water it, right? You got to make sure it gets the proper sunlight. Are y'all with me? It's the same thing with our business. If you got the seed, that's the AOA agreement. I got the seeds. You got a money tree. You got the seeds to literally a money tree. Now the question is, are you going to go plant the seeds? I don't know. Let me see here. And then we start thinking. See, she overthought herself. Let me start thinking, which way does the sun grow? The sun come up from the east, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Which way is west, right? It's going to get the proper sunlight. It's going to be too cold. Should I get one of them gardens, one of them little Euro gardens or hydroplanted gardens? I think she was looking at where the gardens can grow inside. And she started doing all these things, all the studies and all this research. Meanwhile, the seeds are sitting on the daggone shelf. All this overthinking, where I gotta go? She would have been better off to throwing the seeds out the window and let's see what sticks. Something would have maybe grew. Are y'all with me? At the very least, you could have fed some birds or some insects. Right now, the seeds are sitting on the shelf. How many of y'all got your business sitting on the shelf trying to figure this thing out? What if I do this and I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this? I don't know what's going to turn you into that farmer, but you got the seed, which is experience. We got the best seed on the planet. We got the best money tree in the biggest industry there is. If you can't make this event, you better register. I'm going to get the link. It's going to be out there somewhere. You can probably go to 120 AC Plan and get your ticket. So I'm having put up the ticket. We can register 120 AC Plan and get your tickets. I just want you to understand something, like, how important is it for me to make sure the team gets there? I was telling Mary, I said, Mary, you know what? We got to invest there. The camera I got on a live stream, I can live stream, but I want to make sure they have a good event. I'm like, it's going to cost us about $1,500 to get a new camera. $1,500. I'm like, but you know what, Mary? If one person can watch this live stream, and if it's in a good quality and they see it, with that $1,500, will we make it back over the next 92, 3 years? One person can, over the next year, can make that $1,500 return go away. But today it's 1,500. Yeah. And if 1,500, and this, I'm gonna say what I think. If $1,500 is hurting me, and trust me, I've looked at the website 35 times in the last 2 days. Today she said, Eric, this is in the cart. You gonna buy it? Like, yeah, I gotta push the button to buy it, don't I? Shucks. Yep. Made the decision. Gotta push the button to buy. I ain't put the button to buy. It's on sale too. I'm like, you saying like no big deal, but that's 50. Like, I gotta pay for that. Well, if you do wait too long, like you did with the shirts, it ain't gonna get here in time. I'm like, dang it, I'm gonna have to go push that button. So when I get off, I gotta push that button. So what am I trying to tell you? I gotta invest and push the button because I don't know where that's. You with me? I don't know who's gonna watch the live stream is gonna make a difference. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm in the same boat. But my thought process is, if $1,500 is hurting me today, then I better get to work, because $1,500 don't hurt everybody on this planet. It doesn't hurt everybody in the United States of America. Are y'all with me? It doesn't hurt everybody in Xperia. Darren took us to dinner, and I know it was like $80 a plate, and it was like about 20 something of us. We're doing the event. Man, the bowling event by itself is almost $3,000 that we got to pay to shut down the bowling alley at Dave and Buster's. And a lot of that's coming out of our personal pocket. She's like, Eric, we can reimburse. I'm like, reimburse? It's our money. What you mean reimburse? I say, you got so used to that corporate world, you're getting reimbursed. It's our money. We reimbursing ourselves. It's our daggone money. Ain't no reimbursement. So, oh yeah, you're right. Sounds good. We're going to reimburse ourselves from our business, from our own bank account. It's our money. The ticket sales doesn't cover all of that. The sponsors sponsor some of it, but there was a level that the sponsorship pays. And I'm like, well, do we stop at the level the sponsorship pay, or do we give the people what they want, what we want them to have? And so let's give them what we want them to have. Even we got to cover that gap. So why am I telling y'all this? Because see, some of y'all are afraid of the gap from what you can do and where you want to go. That gap between what you can do and where you want to go is stopping you. I'm going to help you stop worrying about the gap. Worry about, focus on the goal. See, it's one thing to be all in on something that can't get you where you want to go. Another quick story. My son was like, Eric, Dad, somebody was telling me that, man, they've been hearing stories about going hard in their business. They wish they would have spent more time with their family and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, I can get that. I went hard with my job. But if you're going hard with something that can't give you the return, that's one thing. We got an opportunity. Don't compare this to the job. I went so hard in my job, I was working 60, 70 hours a week. I imposed that. It gave me a level of income, yeah, but it didn't give me a level of freedom. Now I got an opportunity to get freedom. Why am I only giving myself 20 hours a week? How come you did 60 hours for something that didn't give you the freedom, but Eric, you want to give yourself 20 hours for something that can take you financially free? You don't understand what you got. See, I want some of y'all to understand what you got. If you bust your butt here, you can have financial freedom forever. This really does that. This really does. It doesn't do it for one person, for a few people. It really does it for a lot of people. Now, I was telling Isaiah, hey, think about it. How many people you think walked across those stage making 300,000 plus? It was at least about 20 some plus people just in that room that was making over 300,000 a year. Some a million, some a half a million, some 400,000. When you start making $30,000 a month, it frees up a lot of stuff. Are y'all with me? 30 grand a month, you don't have to become a gazillionaire. $30,000 a month coming in, especially when you don't have to be attached to your own full or 100% of your effort. Maybe it's 50% of your effort, 45% of your effort. That frees you up to have your time freedom to spend time with your kids. Are y'all with me? Yes or yes?
Yes.
See, but we attach ourselves to things that we can see. I know if I go work 80 hours on this job, 40 hours on the job, I'm gonna get this check. So I share with you, I'm gonna wrap this up. The same thing that makes you your why, that makes you cry, is the same thing that takes you out the business. What? I'm doing it for my kids. Okay, but then you don't come to me. Why? I gotta take my kids to someplace. I'm doing it because I don't want to work my job. Okay, well, why you can't go make the phone call? Man, because I come home from work, my job, I'm too tired. I gotta go work overtime. I gotta go do this, right? The same thing, a lot of times your why takes you out the game. Why are you doing this? Man, I'm doing this for my family. Well, how come you ain't working your business after work? I gotta spend time with my family. See, when some people talk about balance, to me personally, ask yourself, people say, Eric, how do you find balance? You got to find some kind of balance. When people tell me balance, you know what they're really saying? I need to find more break time. I need to find more. I need to justify taking off of doing my job, my work. I need to take time, justify taking time away from building my business. Balance is, nobody ever says, Eric, I'm sleeping too much. I need to find balance and figure out how I can stop sleeping less and work more. Has anybody ever had somebody say, I got too much free time. How do I find balance? Tawana, please help me find balance. I got too much free time. Help me balance my life and go back to work more. They never say that. They always say, I'm working so hard, help me find some balance so I can have some damn free time. They want you to give them a justification to take time off from working. So you got to find balance in your life. Don't work all the time. I never heard nobody say, man, you're playing too much. I'm playing so much. I got so much free time, so much money. I need to find balance. I need to figure out how do I get broke? How do I get rid of this money? Are y'all with me? I'm spending too much. So where am I going with this? It's going to take you about 3 years, 3 to 5 years. We call it a 3x5. 3x5 works for everything. 3 to 5 years. If you can commit, this is an opportunity. Take my hat off. This is an opportunity that can flat out change your life for 3 to 5 years. I don't know if it's going to happen in your first 3 years. Well, it didn't totally do it for me in the first 3 years, but it gave me some cushion. It gave me some time flexibility. But you know what? I can't take that time flexibility and give me more time. I need to, Eric, I got to rewire my mind. 5 years, Eric, you got another 2 more years. You got to run so freaking hard. Now you're smarter. Now you're sharper. Now you know more. You got to run harder in the next 3 years. I'm not even doing 3 to 5 years. I'm doing 6 years. You got to run hard in the next 6 years, and you can live the rest of your life free. What if I would have did that when I was 25, ran hard for 6 years? I would have been free for the last 20 plus. But I know this, and I'm just telling you, if I calculate, my parents passed away at 90. If I get to live as long as they did, if I run hard for the next 3 years, I'll be 60. I know I don't look it. That gives me 30 years to enjoy more life. Are y'all with me? If I don't run hard, I'll be working, going, struggling, doing things, not doing things, saying no, act like I'm lying to myself to feel good, right? Lying to myself to feel good. Just like people put on the fragrance to smell good. That means you can take a shower this morning. You can smell yourself, right? So I'm trying to lie to myself to make me feel clean. I just covered it up. I don't want to live in a cover up. Are y'all with me? I've done that too much in my life. I don't know where you are, but I'm telling you, you better get to level up. Get your teams here. If they physically can't be here, you need to tell them to buy a ticket. Go to 120 Agency Plan. Sometime today, it'll be live. Go to 120 Agency Plan and buy a ticket, because I'm going to make sure they get a daggone good experience, even if they can't be here in person. Because I don't care if it changes one person's life, it's worth it to me. Not financially. It's worth it to me spiritually, because y'all, we got something that can change and impact lives. Every one of us on this call has that opportunity. It doesn't reside in just Eric, Troy, Tawana, oh, Uncle Job, for Darren, and for Frank and Marl. It's for anybody who's willing to cut out the bullshit, excuse my language, leave all the crap alone, stop looking, searching around the world for, your meaning in life. Pick up the phone. Hey, John, hey, I got something I think you might be good at. What's that? I think you might be good at. I'm gonna close with this. Hey, I got something I think you might be good at. I had those word track and I sent it to my daughter because she was on a text with Dr. Mary. I sent it to them just so I can remind myself of the word track. I think you might be good at it. Right? And my daughter responded, Erica Marie, good at what, Dad? It was just a word track, a sample, and she still responded the same way that most people would respond. Hey, I got something I think you might be good at. Y'all might write that down. I have something I think you might be good at. They're going to say, what is it? Then I can send them my ID side link. You can talk to them a little bit more. You find your way. But the problem is, don't let what you got be the seed sitting on the shelf. Because you got something that other people may be good at it and can change their life. How do you tell people? I just gave you all the word track. Don't say you did. Oh, I don't know what to say. I got something I think you might be good at. So with that being said, I'm turning over to you, Troy Candy. Let's go, y'all.
All right, all right. You have heard it from the man that owns the Nugget Bucket. And with that being said, you know what time it is. You've heard about patience, discernment, drive, vision, and goals to get you there. And we all know the difference between a job with a ceiling and now an opportunity where you can place your own self among the stars. With that being said, we're going to start with Miss Tawana Chisley. She's going to get the baton so she can start this Annie Willie recap relay. And we all know how we do it. It is 1 minute to get from your zone to the next zone. Tawana.
Okay. I have a couple, but we're gonna talk about the last thing that he said about your family. My daughter's birthday is Friday, and she literally tried to put a guilt trip on me about this weekend. She's like, "What's more important, me or this or this conference?" And I was like, "You're more important, but this conference is gonna help me help you later on. So I gotta go." And for someone like me who came home 30 years, 25 years ago, because she'll be 25, to be with my kids and to run a daycare, everything everything I did was for them. And it was very hard for me to say, Danielle, do something Sunday. We'll do it after. I'll come. We'll plan something for Sunday, but I cannot do anything Saturday. So this was huge. And thank you, Eric.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got the baton, and we got it in the zone, and Miss Tawana is passing it to Miss Siobhan Bowman. We got the heavy hitters out here. We know when it's game time. We know when we about to run a championship race. So this Level Up conference is doing some things because we got them on here right now, ready to roll. Miss Siobhan Bowman, take it out of the zone and get going.
First, I just want to tell Eric, thank you so much, Troy. I appreciate you. But Eric, you brought the heat this morning. So many things that you said that I 100% agree with and how you shared it. But one thing that stood out to me was when you were speaking about your own parents. And I speak about this all the time, the importance of grinding hard now. So many people can't see the vision because they let up. And they let up too early, but you made it so plain and clear. And that's exactly how I paint my picture as well. I let people know you can grind hard now so you can enjoy your time later. And when you just said, when you turn 60 years old, you want to spend the next 30 years not having to do anything. And that's a heads up for a lot of people. That's the mindset that we need to have. You don't want to work until you're 70 or 80. You will only be amazed at how many people I come across and say, I guess I'm going to retire at 70 or 80. What? You bumped your hair. Are you going to even be able to stand at 70 or 80? No. So get it together, get it now while you have the opportunity and while you're healthy. That's all. That's all I got.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got it. And the baton is now going to man called money.
You know
Go,
something I'm
go,
thinking.
go.
You know something I'm thinking. I was just thinking, brother, what Eric would say. You know something when people say, "I'm struggling for balance." Balance is an illusion, man. You're gonna work yourself off. You're gonna work hard so that your latter days could be easy. Because either you're working hard or you're not working. There's no balance, man. Because he's how he say, if you don't do nothing, you don't make no money. If you make a lot of money, your time is going to be limited. Because it's really no balance. The only thing is balance is if weightlifting, your left arm is strong as your right arm. That's the only balance I know. Because when it comes to making money, it's no balance. It never was. Either you got to make deadlines, or you got to make levels of your income, or you're stopping and then your money stops. And that's the most. I can say one thing that I had in the Boondock dude said. He said, and that's something terrible because it messes with your money. Right there, brother. That's all I want to say right there.
All right, all right. Dr. Teresa, go, go, go.
Ooh wee! I want to shout out to this lady. She's on here. I met with her yesterday, and I just told her, I said, I want to invite you to the village. And Miss Freedom Jubilee, she's on here. And I know she texted me already. She could, Miss Freedom Jubilee, can you just share what your takeaway is, please, for the village to hear? Because I did promise you that like-minded people, you shared and you belong here. Go ahead and share, please, Miss Freedom Jubilee.
Miss Freedom, going once, going twice.
Hello, do you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
You
Yes.
got the
awesome,
baton, lady. Let's
awesome.
go.
All right, well, let's go ahead on and run it up now. Come on now. So, yes, I did meet with Miss T on yesterday. She did invite me to this awesome call this morning, and I am fired up about what I heard. You guys are definitely on the right cue of motivated and taking people and individuals out their own mindset and taking them into an area that they of the unknown and pushing them into the potential of their life changing experience that can take their family into another dimension that they don't even know. But also at the same time, I want to be able to let you guys know that in life right now, we are all under so many different, hey, how you doing? So many different mishaps in our lives that so many this not positive people that surround you. And so at the end of the day, you have to surround yourself around like-minded individuals who are
Bring
going to
it, bring
push
it,
you, who are going to
bring
take you
it,
over to the other
bring it.
side for you to feel the way how you need to feel in order for your family,
Thank you,
the
thank you.
ones that make you cry, the ones that that look at you in your face and say, I want this, and be like, you know what, go ahead on and get that. I got it. And I ain't
We
even
got it.
hurting my pocket to go over here and get it. But I want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you, Miss T, Miss O'Dare. I'm from New
All
Orleans, so I
right, all
get a little
right.
passionate when I
All right,
get
all
a
right.
little into
We
Love
it.
thank you
it.
for
I
bringing it
thank
in
you
the
guys.
zone. We thank you for bringing
Appreciate
it
it.
in the zone.
Yes, thank
Welcome, welcome,
you.
welcome, Miss Freedom.
Ooh.
Welcome
Yes.
to you. Welcome to you. Welcome to you.
Welcome,
Ooh,
We are so
welcome.
happy.
I
Ooh,
told
welcome to
you.
you.
Yes.
Yep, yep. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention or bring up the other sister that had her hand up, Mr. Keisha Carr. We know how you know how to do it, and you'll pull a nugget out of ain't somebody's bucket, anybody's bucket, off the tree if you have to.
Well, let's get it. Let's get it. Bring us some
Get
nuggets out of the bucket. Eric, you have hit it home. Just this morning, I had a teammate call me and say that she could not afford to be a life insurance agent right now and that she needed to take time to prioritize with her what really mattered. The thoughts that ran through my brain were the exact same thoughts that you had. If you cannot afford it now, how can you ever going to get in a place where you're going to be able to afford it? But sometimes, we cannot change people's mindset, and they have to first realize that they can do it themselves. And until they
mm-hmm.
realize that, they're never going to achieve the things that they want. And I know sometimes we have to prioritize family and jobs or whatever, but there needs to be a balance. Because if you can't afford it now, if you don't do the things that you've never done, you're going to always get the same freaking result. So thank you, Erik, for that tidbit. And that's my nugget out the bucket.
Yeah. And that's what you call bringing it in the zone with some heat. So we know right now, when you get it there and you ready to pass it on to the speedster, the one that takes it home like no other, she gives it to you all in one flash. That is none other than downtown Rita Brown.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Y'all bear with me this morning. I kind of was multitasking, out of my control this morning. Okay. Promote your team, promote your business, celebrate the small wins, keep your team engaged. Life happens. We have to go out and help people, get the word out, connect with people out and on social media. Instead of figuring out how, figure out who you can connect with that's going to help you get it done. At the conference, capture a lot of information to make our business bigger and better. Stay the course. The fruits of your labor will pay off. No excuses, just make it happen. If it's overwhelming, have the tenacity to stay on board. Patience is a virtue. It helps you figure out what you're doing, help you able to decipher everything. You also have to have the drive. Without it, you're not going to be able to do anything. See the vision, have the patience to persevere, and the drive to push through. Each morning, make sure you are checking with your emails, your back office, and keeping in contact with your clients. We are Xperia Financial Group. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, and we will tell them we are Xperia Financial Group. You get what you pay for. Stop being a knockoff guy. Be original. Change your mindset. The problem is sometimes originals do not duplicate. The information from the conference is worth a lot of money. Are you putting pressure on yourself for your business? And are you teaching your team to do the same? An employer's worst fear is losing a job. An entrepreneur's worst fear is having to get a job. Do you do everything to make this win? Everybody knows what it takes to win. Attending the conference is a mental tweak. It helps you get strategies and it also changes your mindset. Are you planting the seeds? Is your business sitting on the shelf while you're trying to figure it out? There is a gap between what you can do and where you want to go. Stop worrying about the gap. Focus on the goal. Don't compare this opportunity to the job. You give 40 hours to the job, but only want to give 20 hours to your business. Bust your butt here so you can have financial freedom forever. Sometimes the same why that you joined the business is the same thing that takes you out the game. When people say they want to find balance, they really mean that they're trying to justify taking time from their business. We have something that change and impact lives. It's going to take 3 to 5 years to build this business. Commit to it. This is an opportunity that can change your life. Run hard now so you can live the rest of your years free. If you don't run hard now, you will live your life in a cover up. Have the conversation. Tell people, I have something I think you may be good at. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, yeah,
Look
Wow.
at
yeah.
that
Thank you
multitasking.
so much. Thank you so much.
That,
Multitasking?
Yeah, a bit more. That's what I'm going to say. You
I'm
multitasking.
trying to
I hate
figure
to see
out
you focus.
where she was multitasking. I was like, I don't understand it. This woman includes everything. She even put the song in there.
Ooh.
Man, oh man, oh man. Well done, Rita Brown. Once again, we love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for all that you do. And we thank each and every one of you for participating in this morning's call each and every morning to make it happen so that it comes out right. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to none other than the man that holds the nugget bucket, Mr. Erik Robinson. And is he still here?
Muted. Okay, you muted.
He's here. He's here. He's muted.
Okay.
Man, Rita Brown. Rita
I
Brown.
see something else.
I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. I usually say this, but I gotta do this first. Hold on.
Can we get a recap at the conference?
Takesha, be quiet.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm saying. So here's the thing, Rita.
Crazy.
Rita, can you check that? I think your Cash App is CASS Brown 20, right? CASS Brown 20. If y'all want to just tip Rita, throw a tip out there, because I always like believing it comes around, right? When you know, we go to the restaurant, we tip the server, tip the waiter, and I know everybody does a good job, but I mean, I just sometimes I just feel Rita, you know, just to bless your gift so you can keep using your gift. That's a gift you got, right? And so y'all, when you always say it takes a village, the village supports the village, right? And I'm not telling you got to do anything, but it's $5, $10, $1, $2, whatever, but just whatever could be on your heart. But just continue to pour and sow in that she uses her gift and not get frustrated with it, right? You know what I mean? Like you, like I'm multitasking. I'm like, what? What's the multitask? You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, are you AI? Are you really real? Right? Or are you fake? Like, I don't know. But I'm telling you, you know, 120agencyplan.com. The tickets, hopefully they'll be there midday. I'll put a note out to everybody. I don't have much to say. I love y'all. Let's go do it. Do y'all realize this time next year, it's gonna be most of us are going to be getting paid like brain surgeons. Some of it, all of us are going to be on the way. So my prayer to you is, dear Lord, don't let them fall out the car. Keep them encouraged, keep them motivated. When things come in life that comes their way, keep their mind set on what you have given them and let them put their hand to the plow and let them plow. That's my hope, wish, and prayers for you, that if whatever comes your way in life, that you don't drop this.
Amen.
And you can stay focused. Love y'all. Have an amazing day.
Thank you. God bless you
Amen.
too.
Amen.
Same
To
to
God be the
you.
glory. And that is finishing with a nugget,
Thank you all.
And thanks,
a super
everyone. I
nugget
love
from the
y'all.
bucket.
I love everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, yes. Peace
I
of
will
the
see
Lord be
y'all
with you.
this weekend.